Scorpio Stellium here, your no bullshit tarot card reader. I got a flower crown on today, and I'm here to tell you what he thinks about you. Is he even thinking about you? Does he want you to call him? Does he want to reach out? Does he miss you? Does he regret what happened? What is going on with this guy? You may be asking your friends and they have no idea. Well, guess what? Your girl's got your back. I have an idea. I'm going to jump into the cards in just a second and take a look at what he's thinking. I do want to say really quick for you guys that maybe just like went out on a couple dates and then you got ghosted, or this is a really short term relationship, this is probably not the video for you, because this is like the big stuff. This is the big relationships that just went sideways somewhere that I'm going to be taking a look at today. So let's go jump in. You can pick your pile and I will read the cards for you. Okay, babe, here we are with my Radiant Rider-Waite deck that I've had for 15 years. It's like a best friend that always gives me good advice. I think it'll give you some good advice too. I'm going to give you 4 piles to choose from for what he's thinking about you. I'll put the timestamps in the description so you can skip ahead to whatever pile you chose. Make sure you only pick one though, okay? Because they're all going to be different and I don't want you to get confused. I want you to walk away from this knowing exactly where he's at and having some clarity and being able to make good, firm decisions based on that information, okay? People always love to double dip. Don't double dip this one, all right? Okay. All right, there we go. We've got our 4 piles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Choose one of those. If you need to pause for a second and get some clarity, make sure you have that person really firmly in mind. Sometimes it takes a few deep breaths to get there, so pause if you need to, choose your pile, go to your timestamp, and let's see what they're thinking. Okay, pile 1. Here we go. What's this guy thinking? What does he think about you? Why is he maybe not doing what you want him to do right now? Oh, let's take a look. Ah, okay. It's interesting. This guy's going through some stuff. All right, he's going through some stuff. Okay, so first of all, 9 of Pentacles. This guy is feeling like it's better for him to be alone right now because he's just, like I said, he's struggling. The Devil card is up here at the top, which tells me that he has some unhealthy habits in his life. It tells me that because of those unhealthy habits, he would rather isolate himself than try to put good energy and good people around him right now, because you know what they're going to do? They're going to say, hey, this isn't cool. Let me help you. Let's try to get you into a better place. And he's not ready for that right now. How he's seeing you, to be honest, okay, you know, I'm no bullshit and I always tell you straight up, but we have the reverse Queen of Wands in here. This feels like he sees you as being less than confident or less than capable, all right? You may also be manipulative. He might see you as being manipulative, okay? I'm not telling you that you are that way. I'm just giving you an idea of how he's thinking right now. So I don't know if this has any truth in it. It's just probably not, because the Devil card is here, which means he's just not even thinking clearly at all. The Devil, if you have ever looked at a traditional deck like the Radiant Rider-Waite, the Devil sits on a half cube, which represents half-truths, okay? Somebody who is really like not got the full story. It's almost like in the Bible, you know, when Satan told Adam and Eve that if they ate from the tree of knowledge, that they are going to have, you know, knowledge of good and evil, okay? Well, yeah, but it did a lot more than that, right? Okay, so a little bit of, I digress. You understand my point? There's half-truths here. He's not really operating on all cylinders. The King of Pentacles, and then right next to it, the reversed 6 of Wands and 9 of Swords. Something happened with him that caused him to like fall from grace. You know, his reputation went downhill, or he thought he was going to be successful and then he wasn't. He was doing really well for a period of time, and then all of a sudden things shifted. Something happened here that made him feel less than capable or less than victorious. You know, it was like he was so close, and then boom, like things just totally went the wrong way. 9 of Swords being that now he's stressed out about this. Now he may be depressed about this. So he is again like pulling back, being alone by himself, and having, you know, the Devil card here, having these bad habits that are coping mechanisms. So where does this all lead when it comes to you? Okay, first of all, it gives you an answer of why he may be behaving the way he's behaving. The 5 of Wands is in here next to 2 of Swords and reverse King of Cups. All right, emotionally, he's not in a good place. He's not dealing with his own emotions. And when it comes to you, he feels like there's a bit of a stalemate, like he does not know what to choose, if he should walk towards you or away from you. It's a lot of confusion in the 2 of Swords. It's like, I'm trying to make the best choice, but I'm not really looking at all of the logical reasons, and I'm not approaching this from an emotionally grounded place. The 5 of Wands is like, there was some struggle, there was some fighting, some disagreements, some disputes, I think, between the 2 of you, that it's just made it look like we don't know what to do. We don't know where to go from here. So he's really not in a very high vibration place right now. I'll pull a couple more cards and try to give you a little bit of guidance about what we should do about it. If you should just leave him alone, if you should reach out, if he's going to reach out, what the deal is. Okay, well. The Death card's the first one that came up. There's 2 more after that, all right? So this is kind of interesting because usually when you see the Death card in tarot, it means that's a hard no. That's a stop. It's like you can't go past this point. It's a brick wall. But we have cards after it, the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. I think that for now, this is saying it's got to be left alone for the time being. But in the future, you can make some plans, and there's going to be some movement later on. But things have got to get sorted first. This is the 2 of Pentacles. He's got to find balance in his life. And until he finds that balance, he's not going to be a healthy person for you to be around, and you can't fix him, babe. We can't fix other people. We can offer a helping hand, and if they don't take it, you can't force them to. So the 2 of Wands, though, is like, okay, we're going to make a new plan of action in the future. We are looking towards the future. It's just not here yet. And it's going to take some time for everything to unravel or rebuild or whatever that looks like in your particular situation. So for now, I say let him sort it out until he can be a better influence, a better person, and better energy in your life. Okay, let's take a look at pile 2. Remember, no double dipping. Only one is your person. If you're thinking about more than one person, by all means, assign a pile to each of them. But don't assign one person more than 2 piles. I had to think about that. So I didn't say that backwards. Okay, so what's this guy thinking? What's he thinking about you? What's he going to do when it comes to you? Why is he behaving maybe the way that you don't really appreciate? Does he really care? Does he love you? Okay. All right. That's okay. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. So we start off with the High Priestess, reversed. Okay. Ignoring intuition. A lot of times you have an intuitive feeling that you know what's going on with somebody, and they're telling you, no, that's not it. And you still feel it, but you're ignoring it. You're trying to believe that they are being truthful with you. I say you go with your gut in this circumstance, because that's the most reliable metric, honestly. I mean, your emotions can steer you wrong, but a gut feeling, y'all know what I mean. A gut feeling is different. The reverse 4 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, okay? Somewhere along the lines with the 2 of you, something happened where somebody let their guard down, and it didn't work out how they thought it was going to. So maybe somebody was vulnerable with the other one, and that person did not reciprocate. But having the Ace of Pentacles next to it I think there's going to be another chance, another opportunity to re-engage. Okay, that's the first part of this. Then we have the Eight of Wands. I love getting the Eight of Wands in any kind of love reading, especially like a what is he thinking kind of reading, because that's messages. That's somebody who wants to reach out and talk to you or physically come to you. And usually, you know, they do it. So we'll get to where down in the reading if they're going to actually act on this Eight of Wands messages, communication kind of energy. If you guys are already in communication, you know, it may just be that it's not good communication right now. Reverse Eight of Cups, and then next to King of Swords. Unable to walk away, unable to move on. Okay, again, we were asking, how does he think about you? What is he thinking? So we're going to be pretty specific. I'm going to go ahead and say that with reverse Eight of Cups, he does not want to walk away from you. He is unable to walk away from you entirely, at least even in his heart. Maybe he did physically walk away, but his thoughts are still on you. He still feels like there's something there that he's not ready to let go of. But the King of Swords is he's going to be very logical about it. He is not going to come at this from an emotional perspective. He is going to be thinking, you know, I see all these issues, or I know what's going on with me. You know, we had these problems before where we weren't working, we weren't really like simpatico, you know, we weren't like working well together. And I don't know, he's thinking, I don't know if this is something that I really want to do right now, if I really want to get into this. But I think he's going to. Because at the bottom, I do have the Sun. And the Sun is always success. It just kind of lights up everything around it. It's beautiful energy. It's happy energy. And having it right below the Eight of Wands where we're talking about communication, I definitely think that he's going to be reaching out to you. Unfortunately, the problem is the issues are continuing. Even though he's reaching out, it doesn't look like we're resolving that stuff right away. It looks like it's still lingering because Five of Swords, this is a fight, all right? This is arguing again. It's just combative energy. Sometimes it's winning, but not really winning. It's like, you know, somebody who manipulates words or uses force to get their way or is cutting in their remarks. Whatever that kind of looks like for you guys, that seems like how it's going down. It's going down in a struggle. It's going down in a fight. And in the Moon, we've got really deep emotions here. A lot of feelings that are not really being handled, so they're going to come up anyway. And that's probably what the fight is going to be about. It's probably going to be about all of the stuff that you've been shoving down and he's been shoving down, and then we come back together. We do it with the best of intentions. I think we do it because we want to be in each other's lives. And instead what we get is, hey, we have to deal with our mess. We can't just pretend that none of this stuff happened or that it's all going to be hunky-dory after we talk again. What we need to be doing here to prevent it from being a mess is once again, both of you are going to have to come at this from the angle of trying to understand one another. It's easier said than done. I can tell you that, but I can't tell him that. I have to just hope that that's the kind of energy he's going to bring. So let's pull just one more card to kind of get a feel for what this is going to look like when this communication happens, because I do think he wants it to happen. All right, reversed Ten of Pentacles. All right, we're not ready to reestablish the relationship. Okay, we're not ready to get back into the way things were. Again, I think everything's got to come to light first. The secrets that have been kept from each other have to be exposed, have to be dealt with, and then we can work on rebuilding. Okay, I've got pile 3. Remember, no double dipping, one person to one pile. If this is your pile, listen up. We're going to look at what this guy is thinking about you. What does he want to do? What's going on in his life, in his head? Whew, let's see. Okay. Nice. Nice. I like this so far. All right. I like this. I like it. Let me tell you why I like it. In the very beginning, what we have is Judgment, 4 of Cups, reversed 8 of Swords. Somebody is finally going to get out of their head and finally see what's standing right there in front of them. There's going to be acknowledgement. Okay, and the Judgment card is like a rebirth to me. So a lot of times this is a reconciliation. This is coming back together. The Eight of Swords, gosh, who was so stuck in their head here? Was he so stuck in his head? Was he feeling like he was trapped? Was he feeling like there's no way to make this work? Was he acting in a way that made you think, obviously, that he didn't think it could work? You know, sometimes people don't come out and just say, I don't think this can work. They ignore phone calls. They get into arguments with you. They won't give you a straight answer. It looks like that energy is hitting the road because now we are waking up. He's waking up and going, oh, she's right here. She's awesome. I love her. Because the next thing that we have is the Lovers. I love her. I care for her. You know, if you're male, the same thing. I love him. I care for him. But the Lovers card, having this here makes me feel really good about this reading because I now know that we're approaching this from a place that love is there. And if love is there, no matter how shitty things go, I know that we can get through it. The Magician and the Ace of Swords. This is fabulous. Look at this. On both of them, I'm going to hold it up so that it's in the order it is here. See, the Magician is holding up his wand, and in the Ace of Swords, their hand is holding up the sword. This is truth. Okay, this is getting clarity. This is having the ability to work through the issues because we're being honest, because we're clearing up the confusion. We're having the aha moment. The Judgment card, as well as the Ace of Swords, makes me think that there is an aha moment. There's an epiphany where he's finally realizing what he's got. And what he's got in you is somebody who really, really cares for him. And I think he gets it, and the feeling is mutual. When I move into the last line here, I have a couple of rough cards, but I think that they have a purpose. There's a good in it, okay? There's like a silver lining. And again, with having that last line, the Lovers, the Magician, the Ace of Swords, I can't go wrong with that, all right? We're still on a good footing. The reverse Five of Pentacles finally getting to come back in. When you feel shut out, this is finally coming back in. I think he's ready. He wants to come back into your life. He wants to be closer to you. He wants this connection. The reverse Tower. There was something that we avoided a big disaster. Okay, this coming back together, it's like we were on the brink of something going majorly wrong. Or we might be recovering from something that went majorly wrong in this relationship. But the reverse Tower is like we have avoided it. And Ace of Wands, it's all going to be okay. We're going to have new energy that we bring into this new excitement and passion for one another. So this tells me that he is, I'll sum it up for you, very into you, cares for you a whole lot, has a lot of passion and excitement when he thinks about you, has woken up and realized that, oh my gosh, I really want this person in my life. I'm going to get out of my own head. I'm going to get out of my own way, and I'm going to go for it. So there's a lot of go for it kind of energy here. So I think this is lovely. I'm glad to see this for you guys for pile 3. Okay, pile 4. Remember, no double dipping, one person to one pile. Let's see what this guy is thinking. Oh, does he care? Does he want to talk to you? Does he love you? Does he hate you? Has he moved on? Does he regret it? I don't know. We're going to get what we get. Okay. Wow. All right. Ooh. Okay. I like this. Strength, the reversed Hermit, the Six of Swords. He feels, oh my gosh. He feels like he just wants to like protect you, wrap his arms around you, be with you. Like he feels renewed energy and vitality when it comes to this relationship. He does not want to be alone. He wants to be with you. He wants to move things forward with you. That's the Six of Swords here. Six of Swords is I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to go towards greener pastures and make things better between us. The Hierophant, this is often a counselor, but this energy here is telling me that He wants to go about things the right way. So maybe somebody's given him some advice about how to handle this, and he is choosing to take that advice. And, you know, there's standing his ground, all right? Somebody is standing, I think he's standing his ground, honestly. So there may be an issue. This is the only drawback of this reading, is that whatever there is an issue about that remains for the two of you, it looks like he's not going to back down, but it's also determination. So I think that whatever drives you crazy about him, the stubbornness, is also what you love about him, is the determination, because the Strength card gives me that vibe too, this force, you know, this force of nature that he just really, when he wants something, he is like all in. The reverse Queen of Cups, I want to make sure nobody is being manipulative here. Somewhere I'm getting some manipulative energy. That's the Queen of Cups. It's a female card. Okay, so whoever is identifying as the softer, receptive, feminine energy in this reading is coming across like they're being too much drama, or like they're manipulating, or maybe they're using their emotions to manipulate. So I want you to watch yourself, make sure that's not you. Then last line, this is where I was like smiling really big. I was like, oh yes, this makes me happy, okay? There's a lot in this spread that speaks about marriage. Now, for some of you, that might not be a shocker. You're like, yeah, I'm married. Okay. But for other people, you know, this may be like, what? Okay. But this is like a really big deal of a relationship. Having the Hierophant, this is a marriage card. And then having the Ten of Cups down at the bottom, this is the happy family. This is a card that I see as being a marriage type card. This is the emotional fulfillment. This is the happy family, the happy home. Next to it, the reverse Seven of Cups. We have realized now, he has realized now that he's got to like wake up out of fantasy land, come to reality, and the reality is not so bad. It's not so bad here. This is it's a good thing to actually accept what's going on and realize that it's actually going to bring you a lot of happiness and a lot of joy. The Six of Pentacles, this is giving, this is generosity and kindness. So how does he feel about you? Summing it up, I feel like he wants a really stable, steady relationship with you. I feel like he's ready to move on to the next step, the next level in the relationship. I think that he doesn't want to he wants to make sure he's not going to get manipulated. I think that's a fear here, is that he's going to be manipulated or there's going to be some drama. So as long as you can handle that on your side, he's all in. He doesn't want to be alone. He feels a lot of passion about this. He feels very strong in his conviction for you and that this relationship can work. So I think all in all, this is positive. We can move this to the next step. He's ready. Thank you for putting your trust in me for this really important reading. What is he thinking about me? I hope you'll subscribe. I'll see you again next time.